We're all familiar with the story of Adam and Eve, and you might have heard about their first two sons, Cain and Abel. Genesis 4 provides clear details on this matter. It states that Adam knew Eve his wife, a biblical phrase indicating they had sexual relations. In biblical terms, to know a woman is a euphemism for sexual intercourse. The word knew is used in the Old Testament as a polite way to refer to sexual relations. So, according to Genesis 4, Adam had relations with Eve, she conceived, and she gave birth to Cain. This seems straightforward. However, there are fringe beliefs on the internet that suggest something more complicated. Some claim that Cain was not fathered by Adam but by the serpent in the Garden of Eden, identified with Satan. They use Genesis 4 verse 1 to support this idea. The argument follows three main points. Asterisk grammatical ambiguity. In Genesis 4 verse 1, there's a Hebrew word, t, aleph and tav, which can be interpreted as either a particle, marking the direct object of verbs, or a preposition, meaning with, in the sense of accompanying or assisting. Proponents of the theory argue that if it's a preposition, it implies that Cain was conceived with the help of a divine being, not Adam, suggesting a different father. Asterisk Aramaic Targum. The Pseudo-Jonathan Targum, an Aramaic translation of the Hebrew Old Testament, adds details not found in the original Hebrew text. It states that Cain was conceived from Samael, identified as the angel of the Lord. This Aramaic translation is considered fictional and not based on the Hebrew manuscripts. Asterisk New Testament interpretation. Proponents of this theory bring in passages from the New Testament, specifically 1 John 3 verses 11 to 12, to suggest that Cain was born through unnatural means. They focus on the phrase, "who was of the wicked one," in 1 John 3 verse 12 to argue for Cain's satanic parentage. However, this interpretation faces several challenges. Asterisk Nowhere in the Hebrew text does it suggest that Yahweh is Samael or Satan. Asterisk The use of "with the help of the Lord" is a common expression of faith in the Old Testament, implying God's involvement in childbirth. Asterisk The Aramaic Targum, which introduces the concept of Samael as Cain's father, is dated over a millennium after the composition of Genesis, and it inserts ideas not present in the original text. Asterisk 1 John 3 verses 11 to 12 must be considered in the broader context of the chapter, which contrasts the spiritual children of God and the children of the devil. It does not support a literal interpretation of Cain's parentage. In essence, these arguments lack strong evidence and rely on misinterpretations and later additions to the biblical text. The traditional interpretation, as found in the Hebrew text and supported by a broader understanding of biblical context, is that Adam was indeed Cain's father,